Mr. Cole Cassidy. Commissioner.
Yes, Croc. Who have you pissed off today?
BSK.
Okay. And how did you do that?
So you know how we talked about the new procedures of rolling in during those gang shootouts?
Yeah.
So we got shots fired call, many of them. We arrive. We have cars waiting outside on Roy Lewenstein. I can't hear any shots firing off. We're getting no new calls. I don't see any cars. We roll in. We go to the first floor, no one there. We go to the second floor, no one there. We go to the third floor, no one there. And then as I'm going up to the final floor, I finally see someone in red inside the stairwell. And then I call it out and I go to the top to clear it, and I don't see anyone. And then all of a sudden I hear shots fired as I'm going up to the fourth and final thing, because the shots are picked up again. We had like a whole minute and a half of complete silence and no visual on anything. And shots back up again. And so then so police have already moved in at this point. They're in the stairwells of the two on opposite ends of the garage with police in the middle. And what started happening is we was there trying to say, seize activity, stop shooting. And they would not stop shooting. And then they come out of the stairwell, and with cops in the middle now trapped in the middle, they start shooting at each other, injuring cops in the process. Like I was getting shot at. Like I'm being hit, and these two gangs are shooting at each other. So I open fire on the gang that's shooting at me, and then they get gunned down but they stop, right? But then they don't put the guns down after they were shooting. And I'm just trying to like understand, if I fucked up here? Did I stage this wrong?
I'm missing a lot of context here.
I can demonstrate it to you in person if you would like, sir, because I want to make sure I'm doing this right.
Well, we didn't implement these policies yet, though, to be fair also.
Oh,
so
I thought
you are breaking new ground. I'm not necessarily mad about it, because I would imagine to actually do that, it would have been like 5 minutes to set up anyway. So it kind of follows our gang shootout policy anyway.
It definitely was not 5 minutes. I won't lie there. So I was acting under the new procedures, sir. I was under the impression that that's how we want it from now on. My apologies on that. I misinterpreted it.
Oh yeah, we haven't implemented any of that yet. We'll roll it all out at the same time.
Yeah, then I'm in the wrong there. Then I apologize.
So then let me get this straight. So you rolled into the scene. How long was it?
So I was last arriving. Cops were there before me. So staging had begun before I got there. There were two cop cars already there, one behind me and me arriving. One Roy Lewenstein. I stopped there for about 10 seconds, and I'm looking at the radar. I'm looking at the GPS. I'm looking at the shots fired. We can't see anything. It's quiet. There's no pings. There hasn't been pings for about 45 seconds to about a minute. Right? It's completely aired out. We can't see anything going on. No cars.
But that's within our gang policy anyway, because part of it.
Yeah, like I wouldn't have, if I knew that they were still shooting, I wouldn't have gone in. But I thought this was literally one of those hit and dips robbery because I couldn't see anything. And so we moved in, and as we were going up, it still looked clear until we got to the top. So I made an incorrect judgment call.
Well, no, I mean, if shooting stops, police can roll in to control the scene. That's literally in our current policy.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure I was doing the right thing. I'd love to demonstrate it to you because I don't want to give you, my truth and then there to be missing context. I just want to make sure.
Is it a big deal? Like, are people pissed? Like, I'm confused. It's such a big deal.
So I got PTSD of a previous department that would nitpick me on the smallest things, and I got fired over government corruption that I had nothing to partake in, and I'm absolutely terrified of losing my job again because, sir, I love it here. So I'm taking every step I can to make sure that I'm acting within the line instead of acting out of line and not holding myself accountable.
I got you. I mean, we take the time with people as long as you are operating in, like, good faith and not being... As long as you're not trying to push things on people for no reason and over escalate things. I don't think that's a worry.
Yeah, no, definitely
unless
not.
I'm missing some severe context here.
I mean,
which I could be.
Yeah, you could be too. But like the story is TLDR, we get mass shootouts I'm one of the last to arrive. I think I'm second last. We had 4 cars.
Yeah.
We had not heard pings for a good 20, 30 seconds. I'm there.
Okay.
We can't see any cars moving. I can't see any people. No one's hearing any shots. I thought they were actually getting robbed. I thought people were getting robbed. So I thought, okay, we're gonna move in and clear it out. We go in.
So they stopped shooting, but the shootout wasn't over because it was in a quiet time.
Yeah, it was a quiet time. Turns out they just they were just helping themselves. So they're all hiding in the stairs, right? So it's in the garage where there's 2 sets of stairs on the side of each other, and the entirety of one gang was set in one stair. The entirety of one gang was set in the other, completely invisible from the outside. I have no idea where the fuck the cars are. They were all licking their wounds, and whilst they were licking their wounds, PD have misinterpreted this for the shootout is over. We haven't witnessed any of the shootout. We can't see anything. So I made the call to move in.
Well, if it happened the way you described it, I think I think that's not bad. I think that is reasonable, and PD would roll in if there's no shooting. And I think it's reasonable to expect if no one is visible and there's no visible conflict and PD rolls in and then they're shot at, that other people are going to get shot. I think that does not sound weird to me. I have to be honest, unless I'm missing some severe context.
Yeah,
it does not sound weird. And you said no one's upset about it.
Oh, no. Many people are upset.
Who's upset about it?
The entirety of BSK would very, very audibly upset.
Okay, well, if it happened the way you said, I really don't understand why they're getting upset.
Yeah. Look, I'm not gonna try and shit in your pants.
Shot at you.
Pun?
Why are you shitting in my pants?
I don't want to put shit in your pants, right? Look. Could have I staged longer? Yes, I could have staged longer, but I thought we were operating under the impression of the new SOPs, which I misinterpreted, which was to simply stage up.
Even if you were operating under the old SOPs, if there was no shooting, that is our old SOPs. So that doesn't make any sense either.
Yeah. Okay.
So I just don't understand. Like technically, by all accounts, this should have happened to any officer if they've actually followed our SOPs.
Yeah. Well,
that's where you're losing me on it. Is like the old SOPs say very clearly it's something like if shooting stops before 5 minutes, police can roll in to control the scene and blah,
right.
blah, blah, blah.
It does say that.
And so you don't have to give 5 minutes even on our old ones if there's no shooting.
Yeah, I agree. Okay, I just wanted to run it by you, sir, because I don't want to let you down.
Yeah. So what gang shot at you?
BSK.
Then they're worried about what? That I just don't understand the logic.
So the problem. So here's the logic, right? So I want you to imagine.
Shoot a cop, you're gonna get shot.
Yeah, I know, but their logic, right, is they weren't shooting at a cop. They were shooting at a gang member that was standing directly next to me.
Was there a gang member standing directly next to you, or were they in another stairwell?
So this is when we're on the roof, right? So they started pushing out from the stairwells. We're on the top floor, right? The Buster Mains gang is the one that I'm next to. I had no idea BSK was even in the other one. Actually, no, that's a lie. I did know BSK was in the other one because I saw them first. But I found a Buster Main in the left-hand side stairwell. He's on the roof. He's getting fucked up. He's shooting someone inside. I don't open fire on him. I tell him, seize activity. He comes out to the top floor, right? And then a BSK member comes out to the top floor. And I'm facing the Buster Main member with the BSK member unknowingly behind me. I'm aiming my gun at the Buster Mines member. I'm telling him, heads up, surrender, don't do it, put the gun down. And then all of a sudden, I'm getting shot in my back. And turns out there's a BSK member trying to shoot the Buster Mines member that's directly in front of me with me in between them. And so I think I'm getting shot.
But what is the decision making of trying to shoot along a cop to shoot it? That's what you're losing me here, Croc, on that. Like I just don't get the decision making on one side. If it's the way you're saying it happened, then I just don't get it.
Yeah, I'm not trying to lie to your face and lie to you or miss context, but that's exactly what happened, and they were yelling and screaming on the floor about it.
Okay, I will look in. to this and see what happened, I guess, and talk to them and see what their perspective is on this. And I assume, yeah, that's what we'll do. I'll try to get a hold of one of them, I suppose.
Okay, right out.
I feel like I'm lacking some severe context or something here for people to get mad over that situation. Like,
well, the thing. So
makes no sense to me to get mad if you shoot past a cop to shoot another person that you would not get shot. I just do not understand. If that is what happened, that does not make sense.
Yeah. So yeah, look, their
There's
logic.
a logical fallacy on their side if that's actually what happened.
So their logic, from what I can understand, sir, and again, this could be missing context. This is my interpretation. My interpretation is that they weren't shooting cops. They were trying to shoot the Buster Minds member, which indirectly made me think they were shooting at me and not the Buster Mind member.
No, this does not matter.
Okay.
This does not matter. If you shoot in front of a cop at a person that's on the other side of the cop and you're as close as you're saying, no, I do not give a shit. That logic is flawed.
Yeah, I completely agree.
On their fault. Like, I'm sorry, but like, you know, what is you ever see the chart of fuck around
and find out
when they match?
Exactly, sir. That's exactly how I treated it.
That's literally that. And listen, I mean, I'll try and find some people from BSK to go talk to you about this. But this makes no fucking sense to me at all. So I don't know. Maybe what I'll do is I'll talk to OTT about it and try to figure it out. I think the reality is here that if people are just mad, I get being mad in the situation, and maybe that's what happened. And maybe that's the reaction. But the reality is here is that this isn't a fucking, listen, there was a kumbaya soft shit campfire going on here for a little bit with people not following SOPs as they're written. But I'm sorry that a lot of these people have been around long enough.
Your hometown oil, thank you for the 5 bomb.
They know this is our gang policy. This did not change.
Thank you so much, hometown oil.
This has not changed.
I agree, sir.
I just don't get it. I mean, maybe people have forgotten, and that's fine. I get it, and I get people get frustrated in the moment in things if that's what happened. But the reality is, like, this has been our gang policy. It has been our gang policy. This has not changed. So people can't get mad about this.
I completely agree.
They can seek to change it. They can complain to us and try to change it. But like, this has always been the way it is. So
yeah,
like,
Oil Kings, thank you for the
you're saying it did, then BSK is wrong. And I will talk to them and I'll try to figure it out.
Yes, of course.
Maybe there's some.
Yeah, thank you, Oil Kings and hometown oil. Oil.
Yes, I would say that no, they're not correct. That is their interpretation, and I will try to talk to them to ease tensions for now.
I guess it's just a different interpretation from their side, right? And from my side,
there is not a different interpretation because there is what's written, and that's it.
Yes, I agree. But
the only interpretation that matters is mine. To be fair,
I completely agree.
And I've set what the interpretation should be and what the standard is. So it's been set for a long time. So the reality is here is that also is irrelevant to me. There's a couple of irrelevant points. That point's irrelevant to me.
Understood.
The only thing that needs to happen here is that everyone needs to talk about it, like, and figure it out so that tensions are eased, so everyone's on the same page. If people want to try to influence our policy, they're welcome to do it, but that is the policy, and that has been the policy. If other officers aren't following it, not my problem.
I agree with you completely. Either. Yeah, exactly.
That's just the reality. But I'll see if anyone has reached out to me or tried to reach out to me on this matter because I was doing some stuff with the academy.
Yeah, no, I completely agree, sir. The one thing they'll probably mention, right, is that we moved into an active scene. I know very well not to do that. I know that's very much against the SOPs moving into an active scene. I may have made the incorrect call thinking it was clear, but again, that's the SOP, says moving it's clear. I interpreted it was clear. It clearly wasn't. So that's probably
How long was shooting stopped? How long was shooting stopped?
My best guess, this is an estimate, because I rolled up and I pretty much rolled straight in because we heard no audible shots fired, we saw no one moving, and we had stopped getting massive reports for shots fired for about a minute. So I was over by the hospital.
That is long enough.
Yeah.
If it was a minute, that is long enough.
That's from when we stopped. From when we stopped getting calls to when I moved in is about a minute. But when I got there, I pretty much moved straight in. But I had to travel there. That's what I mean by a minute. So I didn't get there and then wait a minute. It's a minute from when I started going and the calls stopped coming in. And then when I got there, it was about 5-10 seconds at generous most. We could see it was dead, and we moved in.
What was happening before shift change?
What was happening before shift change? I was processing them.
What's up, Captain?
Okay, I can't wait for CCTV footage. Honestly,
Me too,
get
sir.
actual body cam footage, and then we can actually deal with this shit.
Oh God, no! Look, I'm just making sure. Like, I'm just trying to make sure I'm doing the right thing, sir.
Raj, was it out of curiosity?
Pardon, sorry?
Garage, was it?
Oh, it was the hold on. I'll get the street. It was the garage on McDonald Street and Roy Lowenstein Boulevard. If you're at the Mirage Club, it's the big giant one next to the courthouse we don't use. McDonald Street, Roy Lowenstein Boulevard.
Unfortunately, situations like this sometimes come down to beers conversations, honestly, and trying to figure it out, which is the reality. If you want me to be honest with you, I think that's probably what this actually needs. But I'm going to try to go reach out to them now and see if any of them are around. Were they sent to prison? How long were they sent?
They were sent to prison for quite a while. Within about an hour ago, OTT was sent, but there's some people who were just recently being sent up.
I mean, this is late for him.
Yeah, I know. You're probably going to have to catch him tomorrow.
Yeah, maybe I'll try to have a combo with him tomorrow.
Yeah.
Okay. Or it's got to be a beers conversation. I don't know. But, okay. We'll figure it out and see what it is and how to handle it in the future. And I think the reality here is, though, that the SOPs and what you told me, nothing was done wrong by our SOPs, which, you know.
Yep, I moved in when I thought it was clear, and it fucking wasn't. So, and then it led to all this.
I would have too. If shooting was done for a minute, I would have moved in too. And that's the reality. I'm nobody's fool. I've been at this a long time. And if their shooting stopped for a minute, then I'm moving in. You know, and I think that's a reasonable expectation that any person who has been a police officer for any amount of time would move in. If that's actually what happened, then I think that is reasonable.
Thank you for your time, Commissioner. I appreciate you speaking with me.
Yeah, no problem.
I also finished that. I hear it's a bit wordy from your opinion, but I sent you the lawyer
It's 4
thing.
fucking pages, Croc. You think it's wordy?
Look,
4 fucking pages? Yeah, I would say it's wordy.
I put the dumb version down below to simplify it. There's an alternative.
So what'd you do? Put the AI version above?
No. What's above is me. What's below is AI.
Oh, so there is AI there.
Yeah, at the bottom, I got it to summarize it because I wrote the real thing. I handed it over to Colonel Lane, and he said, "This motherfucker way too wordy. You got to make this shit much better than this. He ain't gonna like this."
That sounds like Lane.
Yes. So then I'm like, okay.
Shit out of that.
So I'm like, okay, I'll put a stupid version down below, and I use ChatGPT down below to fix it. And so you got 2 options. You got the smart version, and then you got the I'm dumb cop version.
Did you ever think of I'm too busy to read this shit version?
No comment.
Alrighty, everybody.
Yeah. Okay, motherfucker. Talk to you later.
Goodbye, Commissioner.
Wait, Croc.
Yeah, come with me. Oh, the whole family's with me. What's up?
Yeah, we were all part of the processing. Dupont had 3 people, I had 2. Anyways.
Thank you for doing that, soldiers. Thank you very much.
Oh, that was fine.
Yeah, absolutely.
MDT fucked us, but it's
Yeah,
fine.
MDT just made it way worse. It should have been easier, right? Processing 2 or 3 is completely fine. It's no big deal. The MDT is what made it a lot worse. Croc, one issue we got. So remember that guy down in the suspects, in the cells, I mean, right? The guy with a hot gun.
Yeah.
He pled guilty to all of them, all the charges I read to him, all 8 reports. And I told him that we have to do it separately, right? So I got to process you over and over again while you're in prison.
And he went to sleep.
So I processed him. He went to sleep. I processed him for the crimes today, and all the other 8, I couldn't process him because he went to bed. He pled guilty, though.
Well,
I can make a warrant, I guess.
I guess
Most
you're
wanted
gonna have
and-
to put out a warrant.
A warrant for what? 6 reports? Or 10
Yes,
reports?
yes.
8.
Go.
8,
Listen,
yeah.
go speak with a sergeant. Tell him, hey, he went to sleep before you could put this out. What to do? Because the sergeant's the one who approved the warrants. My advice would be contact a federal agent about what you should do next, or put out warrants for his arrest and speak with a sergeant.
All right. I mean, does this guilty plea still stays? I mean,
Oh yeah, this motherfucker pled guilty. Just make sure you
Yeah,
speak
yeah.
with a sergeant on what to do next, because this is above me.
yeah. Okay. All right. I will. All right.
Did you get yelled at by the commission?
No, I was yelling. I was speaking with the commissioner to make sure I did nothing. Guys,
Oh.
clear my name. When I arrived, were they shooting?
What's up? Nope.
Yes.
Okay. What do you mean,
Oh.
yes?
You got shot in the back, didn't you?
No. When I arrived, before we moved in, were they shooting?
No, the shooting stopped for like 40 seconds, 50 seconds, something like that. And then I'm not sure about this, but I think someone said they are robbing.
Can you please put that in the report?
And
Like-
that's why we started moving in, because they were robbing. And,
Yeah.
Yeah, just please.
I was moving in.
Yep.
Yeah. And when I moving in, I called it on the radio. Biku was with me. They were leaving from the stairs. And
Right.
then apparently they ran all the way up again and shot again.
Yeah.
But the fact that they still shoot when cops are here, I mean, are we clowns or what? You
I know. Are we clowns or what? Well, I need the both of you to please, for your corporal, please put in there that the shooting had fucking stopped for like for a time, a period that you think is accurate.
Yeah,
I would
sure.
say between 40 to 50 seconds.
Yeah, that's fine. Just put
Something
that
like
in
that.
there that you moved in with me because the fucking shooting had stopped. Please make it clear that a decent period of time had passed where the shooting had stopped.
And they started robbing.
But yeah, whatever you
and
can interpret as
We
accurate.
got
as
also
possible.
proof of that. We'd also got proof of that because we found 2 guns on Otto, which he stole off another guy.
Yeah. We'll just
So
put
that's
just,
also proof.
just note that. Look, help me out so
I
that your
will.
Croc doesn't get demoted. Okay, can you just put in there that fucking
Oh no!
the shooting
Please
had
don't get
stopped.
fired for the 10th time.
Shut the fuck
Oh.
up, DuPont. Shut the fuck up. Okay,
I love you.
please.
I'll write it. I'll write it.
Thank you.
I'll
Thank you. You
write
too.
it.
Cover your corporal's ass. Okay, your corporal made a risky call.
I will. I promise. You were great at scene lead. I'll tell you that much.
Okay, good.
Good
Write
job.
that in there that I led the victory to battle. The battle to victory.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
Of course. I mean, listen, we had to process like a couple suspects at the same time. We didn't have as many units, so the fact that we got all of them all processed, hey, that's a win in my book.
Okay.
I'll write a detailed statement. Don't worry.
Yes. Please. You. 2 people. Thank you.
Yep.
Okay.
I will.
Okay.
Want some NPPs?
Wait, what happened? What happened? Who said? Wait, did I miss an idiot in chat? Wait. What happened? What happened? What's the context? Damn it! What's it? How do you spell it? What did he say? Lindsay, should I bring it up? Yes or no? Is it bad? Should I look it up? Okay. What does the mods say? Lindsay, should I look at it? Yes or no? Or is it bad? If it's drama with another streamer, I don't want to talk about it. It's an anti-cop. Flame him. I want to see. What was he saying? User xrac INEX. My day is fine, thanks. Just want to watch Fair Play on the server and cops, not LVLing third-party mid-gang fight. Lol, ruins for others. Okay, I'm gonna say some words. I'm gonna say how I feel with my dirty shirt. When cops enter gunfights, they NVL. When cops pit at 100 miles an hour, they're ramming and they're trying to kill people. When cops see someone wearing a mask, they're not allowed to identify them. Do gangs put the same value on other gangs they are beefing with, such as, I have a question. How did BSK recognize that was the Bustamantes? They were wearing a mask. How did they know? They were wearing a mask. Did they flee for their lives? I'm sorry, they're the ones getting involved in a shootout. They're driving around looking for people to shoot. They know that people are coming to shoot them. And they're actively participating in it. When they get into a gunfight, they don't leave. They stay. They come back. When the fight stopped, they didn't leave. They stormed in. But when it comes to a cop, you gotta, hey, don't fucking come near me. You're NVLing. Rules for thee, not for me. I'm not allowed to recognize you because you wear a mask. I'm not allowed to come in because it's not valuing my life. And I'm not allowed to hit you at a high rate of speed because I'm trying to kill you. It's NVL. Can we hold the same standard that criminals hold to cops, to other criminals in the server? If you want to hold a cop to that standard, go ahead, right? Go ahead. But you gotta hold yourself and other people in the server accountable. Police aren't janitors. We're not janitors. I feel like there's so many people in the server that just want cops to be the fucking janitor. Like, they want us to just be as dumb as humanly possible. Like, like, you get to a gang shootout. Yes, the game's called Grand Theft Auto. You're not meant to roll in immediately and stop the shooting. But the expectations is insane. They want us to sit there and watch them shoot, watch them rob, not do anything, and then chase them. And the expectation is if the gun's robbed, they couldn't have shot the other gang. Therefore, they should be free to go. I'm sorry, man. When I sign up to be a cop, I didn't sign up to be the fucking EMS triage simulator. I'm here to be a cop. And if the only way you can think of interacting with another gang that you're beefing with is to drive in 3 cars and shoot them, I'm sorry. That's the most boring, uncreative, public-style roleplay I've seen. How about you actually think of something about your plans? Kidnap a member and extort them. Set up a heist. I know, drive by the house in a car. Do something different other than doing convoys around the city, shooting each other, expecting police to facilitate your roleplay by ignoring your existence. I hate it. You know, when I was on Dundee and I had war with the Homeowners Association, Hogs of Anarchy, I went to their block and I dropped planes on them. I went to their block, parachuted on their roof, and I shot them down. I went to their businesses and held their friends hostage. You never saw me running around in a 3-car convoy. When I was at war with CG, I'd hot drop their place. When I was at war with CG, I'd shoot them in planes. When I was at war with CG, I would drive around in a truck and shoot at them from the back. When I was doing the secret stuff in the tunnels, I'd get a convoy of buses, stand on the bus and shoot people from the bus. But everyone else is just drive a supercar and shoot from the seat and get the car that has the slanted window in the back. That's your creative view of roleplay? And you want me to fucking pretend you don't exist while you're demonstrating this example of stellar roleplay for all of us to enjoy? Holy shit, man. People can't think of creatively going and attacking another group that isn't a 3-car convoy. And then they expect us to not participate. Help me understand why you feel the need to defend your actions against ill-informed chat hoppers. Because I remember getting... How do I word it? I'm used to having to defend my decisions to certain people who were not chatters based on what Reddit threads were saying.